What's up guys, my name is Carl and welcome back to Tech Hunter. So today I am back in my bedroom. As you can see, main PC is there, main editing and all the good stuff happens in this kind of general area. But one thing that I've been lacking for a while now is a kind of good webcam solution, a good permanent kind of streaming / recording kind of solution. For a while I've just been kind of using this GoPro Hero 4 connected up to a cheap capture card, and I've got like this little tiny ring light, which is perfect for, you know, just kind of like a webcam chat and that kind of stuff. But if I want to do a little bit more than that, then I also want to kind of step things up a little bit. I've got all the equipment I need for it kind of down in the studio, so it's just kind of, why not actually make use of it up here and kind of upgrade this setup, so that maybe I can do a bit more filming kind of in this location, and even maybe just improve things when it comes to looking even better on the webcam feeds and that kind of stuff, as well as also mainly even considering streaming as well. Potentially, we never know. At the end of the day, I like playing games, so why not leave it as an option? So this is what we are currently working with. As you can clearly see, a little bit grainy. Obviously this can only output at 1080p. I want to output to say 4K footage for my YouTube videos like what I'm recording right now. So I want, you know what I mean, I want 4K footage coming in. I want to be able to capture that 4K footage, and you can't do that with the old GoPro that I have. Alternatively, I could buy a new GoPro and then buy another capture card, but I've got a Camlink 4K, so I'll use that. I've got a Sony ZV-1, which I'm using right now, which I can easily connect onto there with a little adapter onto the same kind of mount as what that GoPro is, as well as a few other things. So I'll quickly switch the camera around and we can discuss all these other random things I've brought with me up from the shed to try and make this setup a little bit better. Right guys, so we'll start from the left hand side and work our way across. First things first is a Joby Gorilla Pod. I'm not sure whether I'll need that or not. It was just a case of maybe I'll need to use that to maybe position a light or something. Up next is the Rode video mic. I can't remember which one this is, to be honest. But this is a potential option to sit on top of the ZV-1, which I'm using now, maybe instead of the Video Micro, which I'm currently using. Or we've got the Blue Yeti, which I've had for years and years and years. Is still a solid option for audio, so that may well get a new lease of life. But I may go with kind of that solution, so it might be a little bit cleaner. We'll work it out as we get there. Also a few more kind of mini tripods for grips and lighting positions. This is what I need to mount the ZV-1 onto that current kind of GoPro thing I already have. I've got a clamp there just in case the GoPro mount isn't up to it. Also got this kind of cheap random light from Amazon. It's got a big old battery on the back. Should be enough to give me a kind of either a decent hair light or a solid glow. Quite a bright light for such a small little thing, so that might become in use. That may well be like an Elgato key light alternative for a very, very cheaper price, though obviously not as bright, not as convenient, but it's very convenient because I already have it. There's all sorts of like random gubbins in here, like different threads and whatnot and all these types of things. Not sure if I'll need them or not. And then I've also got another light here. This light does RGB, as well as we can do 3K, 5K. We can have it completely cold, we can have it completely warm, as well as obviously pink, green, all that fun stuff. So this may well get used somewhere, whether again it's just kind of to light me up, I'm not really sure. I may position it kind of one side of me, the kind of tall light there, and then maybe suction cup that other kind of aluminium light onto the underside of that shelf, and then that should kind of give me a spread from the left, spread from the right, and then I may well still use this thing. It offers a little bit of glow. Get all this stuff swapped over, get it all implemented, and then see how everything looks at the end. Right, so first things first is to dismount the GoPro, get the Sony connected up, and then see how that footage looks. Obviously, we've got the Camlink 4K, we are ready to go. That'll be a huge upgrade, connecting this up to the Sony ZV-1 compared to the 1080p 60 that we can get out of the Hero 4 at the minute. Though it does support 4K filming, you can't output at 4K on the Hero 4. Like I said earlier, if I got a new GoPro, maybe I could get around that, but that's not what I'm aiming for today. Another fortunate thing about the ZV-1 is that it can support charging via micro USB. The Hero 4 requires mini USB, and yeah, so that's also a nice option. You don't have to get like a separate kind of AC wall adapter to power the camera. We can do it all through USB power from like the wall or a power brick or something like that, or even a external battery bank if you wanted to use that instead. But I've got a micro USB cable here which I usually use to charge my Xbox controller, so I can use that to power the ZV-1. Take out the old 1080p capture card, plug in the Camlink 4K. Obviously we can get a more elegant solution other than just hanging out the front of the PC, but for now I want to get it functional and then tidy it up later. So let's bring the ZV-1 over to here and mount it on top. Let's see how easy it is to continue recording whilst I actually get it all set up. Right, ZV-1 is mounted, a little bit wonky, but let's get the other cables connected up. That is the power cable connected. Now we just need to connect up the mini HDMI. And as you guys can see, we are up and running. Again, obviously I'm using my phone to record this right now, but Sony ZV-1 installed. We have crisp, clear picture. We have downsides to using a gimbal. You need to turn it yourself sometimes. We've got the 4K Camlink connected up. We've got ZV-1 installed. We have power. We have charge. We have everything connected. We are up and running. We are currently on this little video micro. Right, so let's get this light installed. I think if we kind of do that, something like that, kind of bounce the light towards the wall and then bounce it off me, that should diffuse it quite nicely. And then if we grab this thing here, then I just need to suction cup that thing onto there. There we go, lighting is installed. Obviously I can point that at me. I can change the colors of that one, give me a bit more options. But let's do a quick recording and see what kind of quality of footage we're actually getting on the PC. Right guys, a little bit of a quick test footage. Obviously this is 4K. We can't actually do 4K. I just want to output on 4K on OBS just to see how it looks and what kind of footage we're working with. Obviously with a webcam kind of thing, you shrink it down a lot. It looks pretty good on like a small corner of the display. Full size, a little bit washed out, a little bit grainy. It's just better than a webcam, but not as good as what that's going to be. So, quick test footage to compare what I'm going to be going from to what I'm going to be going to. Right guys, we are now up and running on the Sony camera, the ZV-1. We've got a few options when it comes to audio. Currently I am using the onboard microphone that is sat on top of the Sony ZV-1, so we can then switch it over. So we're currently using the Blue Yeti. Obviously as far as audio is concerned, I've got no idea what this actually sounds like, to be honest. I'm probably peaking loads, I'm probably too loud, who knows. Audio is the type of thing you can work on, and the type of thing that takes a lot of time to kind of get right and get perfect. Or alternatively, we can always record using the little clip-on lavalier mic and a little portable recorder like this. Obviously this way, no matter which way I face, the audio always sounds the same. If I'm looking that way, the audio always sounds the same compared to me projecting my voice directly at the microphone or directly at the Camlink 4K. One quick link thing, hey Google, turn off my spotlights. There we go. Moody. Anyway guys, that is the end of the video. It was just a quick little video just to bring you guys along for the journey, just to show you what I plan to do in this kind of setup from now on. I'd like to have a little setup where I can, you know, just kind of chill, sit back, fairly comfortable. It's in my bedroom, it's always warm, which is the big difference compared to down in the studio. I usually have to wait for that to warm up because at the end of the day it is a shed, and that does get cold down there. It gets round to down like 5 or 6 degrees. There's like a heater in there which keeps it just above freezing for kind of obvious reasons. For that actually to be like a usable space, you need to give it like about half an hour to an hour to actually get up to a regular temperature. But obviously the advantage of coming in here is that the house is more or less always at a reasonable temperature, and I can just crack on and record with this kind of solution right away, or potentially even this bigger shotgun mic, which will be a little bit closer towards my mouth, which may be a better option. And who knows, in the future I may even look at different options entirely. But for now, I feel like this is a good workable option, and I can't wait to start making some videos with it, which might be coming sooner than you think, or may have already happened in this location. We'll see how it all plans out. Anyway guys, thank you for coming along. If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to hit that like button down below. We need those likes. And if this face hasn't offended you, obviously we're now in 4K, you can see all these grey hairs, you can see all this blotchy skin. Hopefully that hasn't offended you and you guys are happy to stick around. Then feel free to click that subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out for now guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.